wizard's court?
We are protectors, not too dissimilar from yourself and your liege, Arine. While you kept Tyria safe from the threat of the dragon cycle, we watched you from the clouds. Until recently, the World Spire has powered a shield that guarded this world from the mists, to an extent. The final dragon cycle weighed heavily on our ability to shield ourselves. Nightfall came, Balthazar. Tyria has suffered still. But when the cycle ended, the magical ecosystem was fractured, the lake stilled. And now, you can see to the bottom. Arine has begun to re-stabilize the system. I can feel her at work now. But until we mend the spire and our beacons, we are blood in water. Not only to the Cryptis, but anything else that may be looking.
Who are the Astral Ward?
They are our protectors. While the other wizards and I kept the shields in place, the Astral Ward kept eyes on the rest of the world. Despite our best efforts, there are cracks in every system. Creatures of the mists have found ways inside. The Ward protects you from them. Every time a rift opens in Tyria, they seal it and kill whatever terror it has set loose.
Who are the Cryptis?
The Cryptis are demons. They evolved, learned. Their influence and power grew under the guidance of their leader, Epoch. Centuries ago, Epoch wanted to join our ranks, but Iskarin denied him entry. He found Epoch to be ignorant, hungry. Demons tend to be solitary creatures, but Epoch saw potential. Wells of power that they'd yet to tap into. He dubbed himself their king and built a society in his own image. One of fear and anger. Nyos, the realm of dreams. They've spent centuries watching us, and others, learning all they can. Now, they've chosen to act.
How come I've never heard of any of it?
That was Iskarin's choice, and he made it long ago. He felt that the world only needed to focus on one terror at a time. Though I do admit, maybe this would have been prevented if we had asked for help sooner.
Okay, that's all I have for now.
Ah, you must be the commander Maban spoke so highly of.
A dwarf!
I guess you're about what I expected.
And what did you expect?
Couple more scars. Taller, maybe. I jest. We monitored you as we monitor all magical anomalies. Don't worry. You're one of the good ones. If you weren't, well, you'd be dead.
Well, I mean, his voice sounds familiar, otherwise, no? Other than, also then, he's not made of stone. He's an actual dwarf, he's not a stone dwarf. I did zoom in. He's not made of stone. What happened to the other wizards? Is Garen and Dagda
Possessed. It's a nasty little trick courtesy of our friends, the Cryptis. They wiggle their way into your mind, corrupt each thought one by one until you're raw. The pain refuses to cease.
And why didn't you get possessed?
Well, not for lack of trying. I came pre-built with a special little ability that allows me to split in two. Can't take over my consciousness if half of it is hightailing it to the Wizard's Tower, can you?
You aren't made of stone?
I'm not, no. Ascended before the last dwarf turned. I have strange
Ascended?
feelings about that. The right. but I'm reaching for something that isn't there or behind a thick wall. Must be sounding a little woo to you, aren't I? Wizards like Maban and I are a little different from you mortals. We needed to ascend to get these powers. Separate our planes of consciousness so that we can connect to the current. In simpler terms, our old self is put on a separate shelf. Our new self, our wizard selves, take over.
I can't think of anything else right now. It forced the entire species to transform. Oh.
Soja. It's been...
a long time. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's been an eventful day. Suppose I'm still in shock.
I bet you are.
It's good to see you.
And you. We have a lot to catch up on.
Commander, I require your attention. Come speak to me, please.
You can wait till I'm done talking to Zoja. Where have you been?
Here. I went back to Radisum after Maguma. They tried to help me heal, but nothing worked.
Who's that
It was
Pokemon?
different then. It didn't feel like home. They treated me differently. So I traveled. And I traveled and traveled until I found somewhere I belonged. They took me in, helped me heal. Been here since.
Oh. How did you get here?
The Wizard's Court keeps all of this a secret. When I left Radisum, I just wandered for a while. I needed to be alone. I felt... I ran into another Asura in a hunting lodge outside Divinity's Reach. You know. I told her my story, she told me hers. Then she took me to meet Maban. And the rest is history.
Are you in this astral ward?
Yeah, I am. Been studying under Maban for a few years now. He saw something in me. Not just my brain, but he saw a flicker of power in me. Magic. More than just the elements. I have always been proud of being a scientist, and believe me, I still am. But I never thought there was something else in there. Waiting to come out.
That's all for now. Let's catch up more later.
And Arena.
She didn't work. Maban focused all of his energy on grabbing the commander.
If she has half the strength of her mother, I pity the cryptist that tries to put her down. Ah yes, glad to see you on your feet.
Me too.
I suppose we finally have a breath for a proper introduction. Name's Frode. Welcome to the Astral Ward.
You all know who I am?
Of course we do. We've watched your whole journey. Amazing, really. It's a bit jarring to see you in the flesh.
You've got quite the fan club up here.
We didn't always know if you were an ally. But, I mean, no offense. You've experienced so much.
I can't blame you for being hesitant.
About Arena.
It's okay. She's endured worse. If anyone can build a life for herself in a realm of rot and chaos, it's my daughter.
Is that a compliment?
Arena is your daughter. I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was walking into.
That's not your fault. Being a member of the Astral Ward comes with severe consequences.
Okay, wait a second. Who is Arena? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? You're the commander, but nobody knows if you got any PTSD lurking inside of you. Ah. I feel like I'm missing something. Who is Arena? Why do I not remember who Arena is? I don't recall coming across her. No, Arena. They even said it. Arena. Arena is Frode's daughter. Arena is this dude's daughter. So whoever Arena is. Well, because we're talking to them as if we know who she is, and oh, well, I'm sorry, and we respond with an, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know things would be like that, or whatever, and I'm sitting over here with my thumb up my ass like, who the fuck is that? Okay, she's a Norn, obviously. It must have been... We must have met her at the very beginning of Soto then. Well, literally, we say one of the things that we had to ask him is about Arena. He says it's okay. She's endured worse. If anyone can build a life for herself in a realm of rot and chaos, it is my daughter. And then we say, Arena is your daughter? I'm sorry, I had no idea what I was walking into. Therefore indicating we know who she is. I think she... in with the demon realm, you briefly bumped into her, I guess. Okay, so you two are members of this ward?
We are.
What our modest friend neglects to mention is that he is our valiant leader and guide. I am Narcisse. I specialize in medical magics and herbal remedies. If you ever find yourself with a demon on your shoulder, give me a call.
Funny.
Yeah, will do.
Frode, is it? You wanted to speak with me?
I do. Now that you've got some sense of our situation, I've set up a meet with the rest of the Rift Hunters.
Rift Hunters? Are they also Astral Ward?
Correct. I'll explain later. Got a camp set up nearby. I'll walk you through everything.
Got it. I'll see you there soon.
Score one for me.
treasure. How very satisfying.
Oh, what's happening?
I think we did the story. It happened so fast. I didn't know. Ah.
What are you?
You worry too much.
Training in the updraft generator? Oh. Don't worry, it's just your PTSD talking to you. Yeah. Oh.
Do you have business with the Warden?
This door leads to the Astral Ward's Beacon Command Center.
Commander, over here.
Ah, they are taller than I thought.
Commander, you know, one of our oldest members.
Oldest mortal
Only
members.
your Heart of the Obscure
Wish I
Research
had time
Mastery
to
number
give you a
one
proper
guidance
introduction to the
story.
Astral Ward, but things are dismal.
Okay.
Remind me why we can't call for more help. I could have a fleet of airships here in a day.
The Astral Ward is a secret. That is Isgaren's preference, even in times of worry.
Isn't Isgaren compromised? Won't it be too late if you wait for his permission?
Maban is choosing to honor his will. We will do the same. Rian could really use your help in the Rift Hunters, one of our more hands-on divisions. They track down rifts before whatever horrors inevitably spill out of them. Just like the one that pulled you into Nyos. They're popping up all over Tyria. Innocent lives are at risk. Rian is waiting for you. He'll gear you up and give you whatever details you need.
While you help contain the threat, we've got Astral Ward searching for Dagda and Iskaran's whereabouts. As soon as we gather more intel, we'll call on you to help with the cleansing.
What exactly are we dealing with?
Dagda and Iskaran will need to be cleansed, so to say, of their cryptist possession before they can aid us. Dagda is our first target. We believe she's hiding nearby, probably attempting to cleanse herself of any unwanted guests. As soon as we can confirm her location, we'll call on you. Give me your thing. The one you use to talk to your friends from far away.
My comms device. Oh, sure.
I do not miss the ever-changing nature of technology. There. I've attuned your little device to pick up on arcane fluctuations. We'll be able to contact you anywhere. Even if you stumble into another rift.
Well, let's hope the latter doesn't happen anytime soon.
Yes, let's. I was an esteemed professor in the College of Synergetics.
Who's that Pokemon?
To study the metaphysical is to study the inner workings of the flow itself. It's good work. But my people are stubborn and petty. Bureaucratic, even. It's limiting. Zojja and I had the same realization. Expecting satisfaction from that city is like expecting a Skrit to win the SNAF prize. So I went on a long sabbatical to explore the world beyond the stuffy labs and debate halls of Radasum. And then I found this big lump of bricks hiding away in Garenhof. Maban noticed my curiosity. And here I am. I still collect stipends from the Arcane Council. They think I'm in a jungle somewhere, gawking at plants. Bureaucracy.
I'm Director Camelus, head of the Ward's Fractal Research Division. I'm sure you have many questions about our work, and I will try to answer the ones I can. Have the fractals actually been useful?
Extremely useful. I personally believe it is our most important area of research. For many problems, it is difficult to see the solutions in advance, but easy in hindsight, after it's too late to fix it. But the fractals allow us to learn from mistakes we didn't actually make. That knowledge is essential in preventing those mistakes we can't afford to make.
What did they have, or why did they have to have real people in them?
Originally, the wizards tried simulated beings, approximations that could experience life but couldn't suffer from it. But without that element, they didn't act like they would in our world. The data held no predictive power.
I'm not
Each
available
aspect
to
of
talk
real
right now.
beings was
You know,
needed.
busy
Foxy,
investing
thank you
novel
for the
technologies
raid.
that change how we
And
communicate.
yes, even their
Leave a
suffering
message and I'll get back to you.
was the only way.
This is so cool.
Thank you for the raid, Foxy. How are you? Welcome on in, Raiders. How is RE6? Welcome on in, welcome on in. For those of you that don't know me, I am Tofa. I am a Guild Wars 2 main with a little bit of variety thrown into the mix. If anyone that came in with the raid needs to do that after stream self-care, please feel free to do whatever you need to do to take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. And welcome on into the cafe. Also, we have an ad break starting in 5 minutes. What happens to a fractal once you're done?
The wizards have the ability to, well,
Oh, nice,
for lack of a
Foxy.
better
Hell
term,
yeah.
to pause the experiments. They are then kept in that frozen state in case they are needed later. That way, no additional harm comes to them.
What will happen to the people in the fractals after this?
We will help them to survive this ordeal as best we can. But after, ultimately, that will be up to them. As long as we could keep them in their fractals, that was the most humane approach. But that is no longer possible. They're living beings, as real as you or I, and they deserve the right to choose their own paths forward.
How do you live with the cost of it all?
The same way that you do, Commander. I've watched your career with admiration, seen the choices you've had to make. You know as I do that the right thing to do is rarely clean. There are always consequences, and many of them severe. I've spent a long time on this problem, and this is our best option. Part of leading is accepting the cost of that choice. The truth is, as high as the price is to learn what we've learned, I've never regretted it.
I don't envy your position having to decide these things.
Ah, but someone must. You've faced those choices yourself. You're likely to again.
Are you ready for another try, old friend?
Until I'm rejoined, I don't really think I'm gonna be able to control the forge well enough.
I'm afraid we're running out of both time and options. We have to try.
You always manage to talk me into these things. Fine. Come to the forge and we'll lay out the plan.
We could use your help as well, Commander.
Do you have business with the Warden?
What the? You'll need all the help you can get against these new foes. We can give you special training development by an ancient astral ward of weapon master. Oh.
We're up and running. Good.
This'll help. Navigating the islands might be a bit,
Confusing.
right. Over time, Isgarin and the wizards created various reflections.
For the scientific-minded, you could think of them like simulations.
They were kept on an astral plane, separate from our physical reality.
So many beasts.
So they're like fractals.
I know a hunter when I see one.
Exactly.
Apologies. Being your presence
But,
may be more
unlike
shocking for
fractals,
some than others.
these are here.
I am Rian,
These
the
copies
Rift
are now...
Frode and Yuno sent me to help. It sounds like we're working against the clock.
Your eagerness is welcome, but there remains one step before I teach you how to locate rifts. The heart must be attuned. The ancient magics within the artifact call out for a bond to be formed between itself and the wielder. It should be a simple matter of spending time with the artifact in your possession, doing whatever you normally do. Once you've attuned to the heart, return to me, and I'll help guide you through the next steps.
Okay. Well, since we have an ad break coming up as well, expanded weapon proficiency is a way to equip weapons from other elite specs, even on a base macro. Oh yeah, I'd heard about that. Ugh. Okay, we have an ad break getting ready to start. I need to use the bathroom, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. This is a good opportunity for everyone to get up, stretch your legs, run in the bathroom, grab a snack, grab something to drink, whatever. Ad break is for 3 minutes, so we'll be back in about 3 minutes.